Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and best wishes for all of us, the honorable judges and friends. First of all, let's give thanks to God Almighty because we are still given health until now, so that we are still allowed to meet with friends and the judges even though it is online. We will continue to pray that this pandemic passes quickly from our country. How are you guys? I wish you, me, and everyone is always given happiness. Let me introduce myself. I'm Miko Ardian, a student at Telkom Institut of Teknologi Purwokerto, Department of Data Science, batch 2020. I would like to give a speech here and my views on the topic Education Unites Differences. Before I start, I want to ask just a few simple questions. Do you guys know what education is and what is the difference? How can education unite differences? What are the advantages of the differences that education brings together? How to tolerate differences? All will be answered in this speech. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what the condition of education in Indonesia was during the colonial period? If not, let's flashback for a moment. You could say schools and education in Indonesia were quite a lot influenced by ongoing colonial period. Education during the Dutch colonial period was initially only used to meet the needs of the Dutch in Indonesia. In subsequent developments, education was used as a colonial tool to produce cheap labor or lowly employees who were indispensable for Dutch in Indonesia. When the Dutch surrendered to Japan, the education system in Indonesia was taken over by Japan. The difference is Japan opened this school to all people, not just royalty. If during the Dutch colonial period, the main language used was Dutch, then during the Japanese occupation, it changed to Bahasa as the main language, followed by Japanese as a second language. In addition, Japan has also instilled a lot of national mental ideology by enforcing tradition, such as singing the Japanese national anthem. Quoted from Socrates, education is a means used to seek the truth. Quoted from Ki Hajadewantara, the father of Indonesian education, education is a guide for a human being in order to achieve the highest safety and happiness. So, it can be concluded that education is a process of learning knowledge, skills, and habit as a person is seeking the truth of a theory and problems. The difference is a set of characteristics that have characteristics within an entity. In Indonesia itself, there are many types of differences. Differences in religion, race, culture, skin color, language, and many more. Then, the question arises again. What happens if education is filled with many differences? Ladies and gentlemen, if there are many differences around us, of course, it is an added value to us to learn about new culture and teachings. Differences make education rich in tolerance, calibration, and united into synergy. So, how can we tolerate these differences? Quoted from Kumparan, there are several ways that can foster an attitude of tolerance, including the first, to act and respecting other people regardless of age, religion, race, and culture. Secondly, to speak politely, such as using the word excuse me, please, and sorry. For the second attitude, this habit seems to have started to disappear from each person. There is nothing wrong with us saying this, even though the person is younger than us. And the last way is respecting other people's privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, students are individual beings with different ways of thinking. Being in a student environment makes us often meet with various kinds of people from various different backgrounds. As a student, tolerance is also needed to socialize to get a feeling of mutual respect and appreciation among others. Don't make differences an obstacle to socializing with people. Even with difference, can reach yourself and also to see the point of view from other people. Education refers not only to what we learn, but also to what we value. So, let's together tolerate all differences for the world of education. Hopefully, with this speech that I deliver, you can also learn something useful. That's enough speech that I can convey. If there are words that are less pleasing, please forgive me. I said goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and best wishes for all of us.